Hi, in this video we're going to show how to put the plug into the base of a finished basket. Now you'll notice this basket is not actually finished. We don't have the rim on it yet, but for this video we're going to assume that it is. What we're going to want to do is put a plug into the base so that it's flush on the inside, and we'll cut it off flush on the outside. And we're going to choose a plug such as this birch plug because it matches this maple very well. We generally keep a supply of plugs on hand. We have some wormy maple, we have some purple heart, walnut, cherry, and the birch, a little bit of oak, and some half plugs of some other types of wood. But in this case, we're going to use a birch plug. The basic process is you're going to insert this into the hole, and then you're going to hammer it so that it's flush on the inside and still protrudes on the outside. Then we'll take a flush cut saw and we're going to cut that smooth. We're going to cut that flush here on the base so that it's flush on the base, and this basket will sit flush on the table or on the shelf so that it won't rock. So in order to do this, we need a couple of tools. Sometimes you'll need a reamer in order to ease out this hole so that it's a little bit larger than it was originally, so that the plug will fit into it. We just want to take it by hand and get that plug started like so. The other thing you'll need is a hammer to hammer it through, and then the flush cut saw that I mentioned before. The last thing is a good strong support. You want to brace the inside of the base very firmly so that you don't knock the base through the basket when you're hammering the plug in. So I'm going to take the basket, I'm going to put it on top of the support so that it rests, the base rests on top of the support. Then I'm going to hammer, and you'll notice when I'm hammering, the hammering sound will at first be sharp but soft, and then when the plug goes all the way through and comes in contact with the support, you hear a much harsher or harder sound. So listen for that. And you can hear right there, those last two were very hard, meaning that I'm hammering this and all the energy is going right through into this support. And now when I take it off of the support and look on the inside, you can see that that is flush on the inside. And now we want to take this and make it flush on the outside. So I'm going to put it down on the table. Now normally when you do this, you've got the rim on and it's a little bit easier, but it's going to rock slightly because we don't have the rim finished. But I'm going to take the flush cut saw and I'm going to rest it next to the plug. I'm now going to bend it so that this portion of the blade is flush to the wood, to the base. But back here where my finger is, I'm bending it up so that it's putting pressure to hold that saw in place. I'm going to start sawing and I'm going to come in contact, I'm going to pull it into the plug. And you'll notice that I'm doing this, I'm cutting a little bit at a time, I'm not forcing it. And the other thing you're going to notice is that my other hand is on the back side of the blade. I'm not holding it like this or like this, because if you pull all the way through, you can come right into your hand and cut yourself. These are extremely sharp serrations on the saw. And now I'm going to try it one more time.
In addition, he is pulling in one direction only and with the grain of the wood.
And then it comes through, and you can see we have a very clean cut. Sometimes you'll need to take a little piece of sandpaper. This is about 220, and you just smooth it off a little bit. But you end up with a piece of wood which has, no scratches. It's sanded smooth and it's very flush. And now when we put it down on the table, it's not going to rock. It's very sturdy. So we've got the plug in. We've got a clean base. It's flush on the inside and the outside. And that's all there is to it. Thanks.